By the way, do you think Conor beats Chandler? You know them both very well now.
I've got that question a bunch, Ariel, and I think that if Conor comes back anything like he was with his timing and rhythm, with the injury that he had and this long of a layoff, and we're not getting any younger either, if he comes back similar to who he was before he left, I think he stops Michael Chandler.
Wow. Early, late, what do you think? Do you think, because like Chandler wrestling, you would think he would use it, but there's a part of me that wonders if he just gets too enamored with like getting into a brawl with Conor and that would be to his detriment.
If Conor is who he was before the injury and stuff, I think 2 rounds. I think the fight's over in 2 rounds.
Wow. And do you think he could get back to that guy? Do you think that guy still exists?
If anybody can, I think it would be him if he's 100% dedicated and focused and, put the blinders on and really go at this with all of himself. I think he can, but we'll see, man. That's what makes it so interesting.
Yeah. Well, your fight is extremely interesting. This is the fight this is what you live for, right? This is your oxygen, a fight like this. Even though you beat him, you still feel motivated?
It's war. It's war. Yeah, and I'm very motivated. This is legacy. That's what this is for me. This is just cementing legacy, man.
Is there a part of you that feels like you need to top the last one?
That's something that crosses my mind too. Like I have to go in there and be better than I was last time, but I knocked the guy out.
Yes.
How do I do that better? I just need to win. I think our fighting styles is going to be an incredible fight. I don't go into that like trying to have an exciting fight. I know, I signed the contract yesterday, so it's done. Once I sign that, I know what I'm getting into, and I'm a fan of Justin. I've been around him a few times since we fought. He's very respectful. I like the guy. Every time he fights, I'm gonna buy the pay-per-view. I'm tuning in, but when I'm standing across from him, it's war. It's war, man.
So we're going War 2, right? I need a new picture.
I got you. I'll get the mud flap on the back.
Did a part of you feel like, fuck, man, this may never happen? This one, this is the one that we were chasing, talking about for freaking 4 years now. What was your reaction?
Look, I want everybody to be paid and to succeed, whether it's in this organization or that. I don't care. We're putting it all on the line out there. So I hope he got whatever he was looking for. Hope it all works out. I hope he gets paid.
Do you think at some point?
But yeah, of course, I always wanted to fight him, man.
Yeah. Do you think at some point it happens, or do you think it's now dead forever?
Never say never, but it looks like it's gone.
Are you interested in this fight against Jake?
I'll definitely watch for sure. And man, Jake's younger, bigger, faster. It's not an easy fight, just because Nate's a grizzled veteran with a lot of experience, and Jake's a new guy who's on YouTube. He's got the money and the amenities to surround himself with the best people and dedicate himself to fighting, and he's younger and more explosive. And I think Diaz's boxing is good for MMA. It's a completely different thing.
Yes.
It's a completely different thing.
So are you leaning Jake?
Yeah.
Wow. That would be big. Jake beats Nate Diaz, right? Like for everything that Nate represents, to lose to someone like Jake Paul, that would be a big blow, don't you think?
Of course, man. Yeah, of course. But that's fighting. I kind of want to go to the event. It's right here in Dallas. I'm a 6-hour drive from Dallas, where I live in Louisiana.
Okay. I'm working the event. I could pull some strings if you'd like.
For sure, man. If I'm home when the fight happens, I'm
I got you. That will be a week after you beat Justin and you're the BMF champ. You roll up with that belt.
Let's do it, man.
And by the way, since we haven't talked in a while, just curious, and it's your division, who do you think won the Volk Islam fight?
I haven't gone back and really broken it down round by round, but in the moment, watching it with my friends, I thought Islam edged it out. I did, but I'd have to go back and watch each round and score it like that.
Were you surprised at how well Volk did against him?
I thought he was going to have success with his takedown defense. Just being squatty, it's going to be tough to get underneath, that low center of gravity. He's strong. He's big at 55, but he's compact. So getting under those hips and he did very well. I thought he would give him a little trouble, but I didn't think he was going to do that well.
Okay. And so now you're not fighting for a belt, of course, but you are fighting for a different kind of belt. It's called the BMF title, and that's what's at stake July 29th. Can I tell you, like, I love everything about this, and I like to keep it real with you. I don't love the BMF title. So I'm telling you face to face here, or screen to man. I don't love the BMF title, and I don't think this fight needs it. I think this fight can headline 5 rounds on its own, and you don't need that. And I'll be happy to tell you why I don't love it. But I'm just curious, how was it presented to you?
That we were gonna,
Yeah,
just like you said, that we were gonna main event for 5 rounds for the BMF title.
that was it.
Yeah.
And how did you feel?
Like you said, I mean, this fight I think could headline without a BMF title. This is an exciting fight, but that just adds more fun to it to me. You know, I would love to have that strap up there in my living room. So another accolade.
I remember when you won the interim belt and you were like, this isn't the real one. And I remember even Gaethje had a similar, like you two guys in particular are always about like, I want the, and I know this isn't an undisputed, it's a totally different lineage and all that. So I was just wondering how you felt about it. Like, I didn't know if you wanted the gimmick belt and all that stuff. I didn't know. I thought you would feel a little bit funny.
I'm not going to walk around like I'm the undisputed world champion if I get this belt wrapped around my waist in July, but it's fun. And if you look at our track record of, competing for fight of the years over the last 10, 11 years, we have a lot of huge fights that have been voted on for fight of the year. One was against each other. Just look at the bonuses and the fight of the nights and the carnage that me and him both display in there. It makes sense to have something fun like that. We're always talking about lightweight, most violent fighter. I said I completed the triangle by beating him, beating Alvarez, beating Chandler, beating Conor, so we run it back for the most violent, call it the BMF, call it whatever you want.
Actually, most violent MF or whatever it is. And that would be great. But I just want you to understand where I'm coming from here, right? Like, I don't think you need the gimmick. It's not like I'm taking anything away from the fight. Like, to me, you tell me you guys are fighting 5 rounds anywhere on the planet, I'm watching and excited for it. I was just wondering how you would feel about it, how he would feel about it, because I remember how you felt when you got the interim belt. And I know you're friends with Jorge.
Masvidal is my boy. And this is a whole different thing. Like, the interim title was a piece of the world title. It was a placeholder as the number 1 guy until the champ got back to defend his title. It was a piece of it, a chip of the title. That's what it was. This is a whole different thing. I'm not going into it like, for me, that's just a fun, a fun thing to have on top of fighting 5 rounds against one of the most violent guys. It's fun. I'm not looking at it like that.
Okay.